Christy, it's really nice to meet you. My name is Hannah. I am the teacher of this Pilates class. I live in Washington, D.C. and teach online and at a couple of fitness studios in the DMV metro area. I have been doing Pilates since 2019. It was actually referred to me by a physical therapist after an injury, and I was not a group fitness person until then, and was really surprised at how much I loved the method and how much I learned. So now my focus is bringing Pilates to people who maybe wouldn't have come to it on their own or just want a friendly face. I love doing mat Pilates because I can do it at my house in my living room and can engage people wherever they're at. The other side of the coin is that as amazing as it is to not have to leave your house to work out, I can't give the in the moment spot corrections with form that I would be able to do in a studio. So, and I also can't look as closely at your screens because I will be doing the lesson along with you. If there's anything that feels uncomfortable, unsafe, or you feel pain, stop immediately and either take a rest, grab some water, or find a modification that I'll offer throughout the workshop. But that, like, nothing should hurt, but if it does, definitely don't push yourself. But if you feel challenged and you start to feel those shakes that typically come along with a low impact, really targeted workout, lean into that because that is ultimately how we are going to strengthen and condition our muscles. So if there are no questions, I'll pause and see if anybody has any questions before we start. We can go ahead and get started. Okay, so like I said, I'm not going to be able to necessarily look at the chat throughout, but we can go over any questions at the end if any still remain. What I'm going to have us do today is we're going to start lying down flat on our mats. Cameras can be off, they can be on. I know that Dan is recording this for some folks who are unable to join. And here we are on our mats. Your legs can just kind of splay out. Your gaze can be toward the ceiling, or you can close your eyes. Arms are down by your side. Start with 3 deep breaths in and out. So we inhale, fill the room with air, exhale, push all that air out 2 more times.
Recording in progress.
And now place your hands on your rib cage. And on your inhale, see if you can anchor your ribs towards your mat. So instead of inhaling and you feel your stomach go up and down, you're really holding that core in tight so you feel your ribs expand from the left to the right. So with our deep rib cage breathing, inhale, add pressure to your core, and then exhale, see if you can hug your midline in just a little bit tighter. Again, inhale, exhale, deflate those rib cages and send your ribs towards the back of the mat. And now inhale, arms to the ceiling. Exhale, tuck your chin into your chest, press your arms down by your side. And we inhale, slowly head, neck, and chest come all the way back to the mat. And now we inhale once more. Exhale, tuck your chin into your chest, arms push down by your side. Hug your knees into your chest and rock from side to side. Knees now come over hips. Arms can press down towards the mat. And now on an inhale, hinge from the hips, dropping your left heel as far as you're comfortable towards the mat. Exhale, use your breath so that that left heel meets the right, and now we'll switch. Inhale, right heel comes to the mat. Exhale, drive that right heel back up, and we're gonna alternate 2 more times. So inhale, left heel touches. Exhale, bring it back up. Keep going just like that, making sure to keep your collarbone wide and your gaze towards your belly button. And now, on our last time, knees can hug into chest, head, neck, and shoulders come back to the mat, rock from side to side. Knees come back into tabletop. Your neck and head can remain on the mat, but if you're looking for an additional challenge and things feel good today with your neck, you can come up, head, neck, and chest into our Pilates curl. And now make sure your tailbone is anchored to the mat and there's a little curve in your spine. Squeeze inner thighs and heels together. Inhale, drop your heels halfway, hinging from the hips. Exhale, use your breath, engage your core to bring you back up to tabletop. So inhale, hinge from the hips, heels dip halfway. Exhale, slow and controlled. Last time. Back up, and now leave those knees right over your hips and begin pumping your arms for 2, 3, 4, 5, and then let out a big exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going just like this. Head, neck, and chest should be up, but if you need to come back down here for a breath cycle or two, that's totally fine. Your heels should really be driving into one another here. Inner thighs are pressing together. Collarbone is away from your ears. And if you're looking for another challenge today, send those legs out to 45, or you can keep them in just like this. And we'll all go for 2 more rounds of breath. So inhale. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Hug knees into chest. Head, neck, and shoulders come down. Cross your ankles over one another. Rock from side to side. When you are ready, legs extend long on the mat in front of you. Heels dig into the mat. Toes are pointed towards your body. Inhale, arms to the ceiling. Exhale, tuck your chin into your chest and either grab behind your thigh or engage your abdominals to roll you up to a tall seated position. And now reach parallel to your toes, maintaining a C curve with your spine. And then on your exhale, use your belly button to bring you back down to the mat, slow and controlled, one vertebra at a time. Head hits last. We go again. So inhale, arms are reaching up towards the ceiling. Exhale, tuck your chin into your chest. Bring yourself up to that seated position. When you're here, reach even farther, right over those toes. And now, a big inhale. Exhale. Use your belly button to roll you back down, vertebra by vertebra, until you reach the mat. Keep going just like this, rolling up as slow and controlled as you can, using just your muscles rather than momentum or swing. You could definitely grab behind your thigh for support. We'll roll up 2 more times at your own pace. Last time, just like this, make sure still that those heels are pressing into the mat. And now you can dive and reach for your toes. Shake out your head, yes and no. With every inhale and exhale, see if you can reach farther. And now, big inhale. Exhale, slowly roll yourself all the way back down. And your hands can come to frame your head. I might have to shimmy down just a little so you can see, and you can take this full body stretch right here, toes reaching away from fingers, finding some counter stretch in opposition, rocking from side to side. When you're ready to come out of your stretch, anchor your left heel to the mat, hug your right knee into your chest, slowly draw small circles on the ceiling with your right knee. Reverse that circle. Hands come to the mat, right leg up to the ceiling, as straight or as bended as feels comfortable today. Then externally rotate your right leg just a bit, tap your left hand to the mat. And now inhale, slowly bring your right leg across the body so that it's just over your left hip. Circle down and around to 45 degrees, then quickly kick up. So inhale, circle down and around to 45, draw a reverse capital D in the sky, and then exhale, dynamic kick up. We're gonna go 3 more times in this direction, making sure that your pelvis stays as stable as you can. It's a great exercise in pelvic stability. Last time. Leave that leg paused at the top. And now, head, neck, and chest come up, and we're gonna reverse. So inhale, straight down to 45. Exhale, to the left, back up to the ceiling. Inhale, straight down to 45. Exhale, up and back to the ceiling, over to the left. Do 2 more times, just like this. Meeting us all at the top, grab behind your right thigh and scissor switch 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. Now, extend that right leg down and towards the mat. Hug your left knee into your chest, head, neck, and shoulders can come back down. Same deal, draw small circles with your left knee on the ceiling. Reverse your circle. Hands come back to the mat. Left leg points up to the sky. Slight external rotation of the left leg. Now tap your right hand. Inhale, cross your body over to the right. Circle down and around to 45. Exhale, kick up. So this time, we're drawing a capital D in the sky, making sure pelvis stays as stable as possible. Upper body does not move. Last circle. And now we're at the top. Big inhale, tuck your chin into your chest, come up to your Pilates curl and reverse. So inhale straight down to 45, exhale up and over to the right. Last 2 times in this direction. Grab behind that left thigh, scissor switch 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Tug both knees into your chest. Head, neck, and shoulders can come down. Rock from side to side. Legs can extend again long on your mat. Heels are pointed towards your body. Inhale, arms to the ceiling. Exhale, come up to a seated position. Soles of the feet can come onto the mat. And push yourself halfway between your bum and your feet. Now, take your hands, grab the outside of your shins. Flex your feet, bring your inner thighs together. Lift those heels off the mat. So now you're balancing on your sits bones. Really pull your hands in as you try and push your shins away. Forehead comes to your knees, round up into a ball. Now inhale, rock back to your mid back, and then exhale. Really use your abs to pull you back up to your seated position. This is one of those where the journey is much better than the destination. So if you find yourself just kind of hanging out here, trying to get your abs to get you back up to your seated, that's where you should be. Do 1 more time. Now, meet me in a balance. Balance just behind my sits bones here. Remove your hands if that feels good. If this balance feels good, bring your legs up to the ceiling, arms come up to frame, and hold for 3, 2, 1. Heels can come back to the mat, dive for your toes, forward fold. Take 2 big deep breaths here. Now, articulate back down to the mat. Leave that left leg anchored. Shimmy yourself just a little bit so you're more on your mat than I am right now. So leave that left leg on the mat. Heel drives in. Bring your right leg with you tucked into the mat. Stop at your mid back. Cover your left leg. And now, left hand comes to the inside of your right leg. Right hand is on the outside. And we inhale, switch. Inhale, switch. Really try and bring your knees to your hands, not your hands to your knees. So all your upper body is doing here is rotating from side to side. Last time, wherever you are, hug your knees into your chest. Slowly articulate back down and rock from side to side. Shimmy yourself to the middle of your mat if you overshot it like I did. And now, inhale, come up to the tips of your shoulders. And then exhale, send your feet and hands away from one another. Exhale, circle everything back for double leg stretch. Inhale, I send everything away. Still staying up on my shoulders. Exhale, I hug it all back in. 2 more. 1 and 2. Squeeze your knees towards your forehead, forehead towards your knees. And now, slowly articulate back down once again. Cross your ankles over one another, rock from side to side. The best way to get more of a release in your lower back is to send your knees farther over your hips so you're really massaging out that tailbone. And now, inhale, arms to the ceiling. Exhale, tuck your chin into your chest. Send your left leg to 45 degrees. Right leg up to the sky. This can be as bent or as straight as feels comfortable today. You can grab behind your thigh if you need a little bit of extra support. You could even go as far as your ankle. I'm gonna grab behind my calf. I'm looking down towards my belly button. My shoulders are pressing away from my ears. I give an inhale, gentle pull, pull. Slowly and controlled, I switch. Inhale, pull, pull. Exhale, switch. For these scissors, it's just the same. Really make sure that you are taking advantage of getting a little bit of extra stretch in your hamstrings, but that you're also only rotating your hands and you're bringing your feet into your hands, not your hands to your feet. Last time, wherever you are, knees can come down and rock it out. Hands can come to support right between sort of your bum and the mat, just acting as a little anchor. Legs come to the ceiling, feet are flexed hard. Now inhale, we lower for 3, 2, 1. Point to lift for 3, 2, 1. Lower on your inhale, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3. And now we point down for 2, 3, 4. Exhale, flex those heels hard. You really use your exhale to engage your core here. So I'm snapping my core towards the back of the mat, which causes my legs to come up. My quads aren't doing much work here. Hug your knees in and rock it out. Hands come behind your head. Okay, so fingertips to wrist, come to support your neck as you come up and onto the tips of your shoulders. Right leg to 45. Bring your right elbow to your left knee. Hold for 2, 3, 4. Now switch. So left elbow comes to right knee, left leg to 45. And we hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. Slow and controlled, we switch. And now we'll go for flow. So we'll do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hug your knees to your chest. Bring your head back to the mat. Give a nice gentle rock. If your house is anything like mine, I'll invite you right now to take a water break. That was a lot of ab work. Probably got your body warmed up today. When you're ready, your legs can extend long on your mat in front of you. And again, you're more than invited to shimmy up a little if you need. Bring your arms to the ceiling on an inhale. On an exhale, chin to chest. Push yourself back up to a seated position. And now I'm adjusting. I'm in a tall seated position. My feet are about shoulder width apart. Hands are right in line with my shoulders here. I've engaged the pinky side of my hand to make sure that I'm getting some back extension. And now look towards, creasing at the breastbone, kind of look towards your thighs and reach across an imaginary table, making sure to keep your lower back as stable as you can. And then exhale, use your core to slide you back across that table into an even taller seated position. So we reach and we come out of that. It's called spine stretch forward because we are stretching our spine forward in the hopes that we can grow even just a little bit taller. And again, here, kind of roll your shoulders down so they're away from your ears. Keep your collarbone wide, press into your pinkies. Last time. And now, tee your arms out to the side. If you don't have room on either side of you, you can put your arms behind your head. That'll work just as good. Arms are teed, my gaze is forward, my heels are pressing into the mat. Inhale, rotate from your rib cage toward the left. Dive your right pinky towards your left pinky toe. Opposite arm reaches forward. Hold for 1, 2, 3. Rotate out of your twist to the center. Rotate over to the right, left pinky to right pinky toe. And hold for 2, 3, 4. Come out of your twist. And now we'll go for flow. So inhale, right pinky to left pinky toe. Come up and out of your twist. Left pinky to right pinky toe. Find your own rhythm, your own flow here. This is called saw. And really try and exaggerate the movement when you hit your pinky to get that stretch in your shoulders. We'll do one more time in each side. And now, soles of the feet can come back to the mat. Push yourself back up, push your booty back up towards your heels, farther away from your heels than they are from your hands. And now, instead of grabbing behind our shins like we did last time, grab under your thigh, roll back so you're right behind your sits bones, so like right between your bum and your lower back, and come up to a balance. So right here, toes are slightly pointed, my legs are open. We're preparing for open leg rocker. Really push up. So push your hands into your thighs and your thighs into your hands so you can maintain this balanced, proud chest. And now inhale, rolling down from your mid back, hit the middle, push yourself back up to your balance. So I inhale, just rounding my mid back, come to my shoulders and push myself back up with a proud chest. So the balance. Last time. Same as before, if you feel good, go ahead and release in your balance. If it feels great, come up to teaser and hold for 3, 2, 1. Heels connect to the mat, and then roll yourself back down, one vertebra at a time. Push up so your head is towards the back of your mat. Hug your knees back into your chest. You can even cross your ankles here and rock it out. And now, hand comes underneath your bum again to act as a bumper. Feet come back towards the ceiling. And now, inhale, separate your legs to shoulder width. Drive them down and around to 45 degrees. And then exhale, bring them back up to the ceiling. This is a modification of feet in straps. If you've ever taken a reformer Pilates class, this is probably my favorite part in any class. I can't explain why it's so fun, but it's so fun and everybody loves it. So back at the top, we're gonna reverse now. So heels come straight down together. They separate when they're down at 45 and meet back in the ceiling. Last time. Hug your knees into your chest. Roll yourself out. And when you're ready, you can roll onto your stomach. So here, hands right underneath your armpits. Really roll your shoulders down your back. So your elbows are kind of pressed into your rib cage. Forehead comes to the mat. Inhale, crown of the head pulls forward. Roll your shoulders back down, head, neck, and chest come up. And then exhale, reach your head even further as it comes in back and meets the mat. So we go again. Inhale, pull the crown of your head forward. Send your elbows even farther down your rib cage. Bring head, neck, and chest up as far as you can go, engaging your back, glutes released. And then exhale, really try and find length in that spine as your forehead connects back to the mat. Last time, inhale, crown of the head pulls forward, head, neck, and chest come up. And now, instead of going back down, we'll stay lifted like this. Drive your elbows into the mat, push yourself up. So you're propped up on your hands. Cup your fists. Thumbs are pointed forward. And because we have some time and we did a lot of really great ab work, I want us to just take a second to release our neck here. So inhale, look to the left. Circle slowly down and around to the right. Look back to the center and we will alternate. So inhale, look to the right. Circle down and around. Exhale over to the left. Back to center. We can keep going like this, alternating on our own time. Just make sure that if you feel your glutes firing at all to keep you lifted, that you kind of shimmy out and let go of your glutes and you let your back do all of the maintenance to keep you propped up here. Really press the mat away from you with your elbows so you stay lifted. And make sure that on every inhale and exhale, you're bringing your belly button farther toward your spine so you don't lose the core engagement here and don't leave your lower back in a pretzel. So we'll come out of this and flip back onto our mats. From here, hug knees into chest. And then return to our tabletop as before. So shoulders over hips, knees are in line with our ankles. Hands press hard down at your side, feet are flexed. And then you can just open your knees to hip distance apart. Inhale, drive those heels out straight to 45 degrees. Exhale, bring them back into tabletop, slow and controlled. So you really feel some core engagement here. So inhale, press those heels away from you. Exhale, hug them back in. Last time. Soles of the feet can come back to the mat. Kind of drive your heels towards your bum a bit. Press hard into the mat with your hands. And now inhale, tuck your pelvis, squeeze your glutes hard, push up to a bridge. And now exhale, roll back down one vertebra at a time. Inhale, tuck your pelvis, squeeze your glutes, push up to shoulder bridge. Exhale, roll back down one vertebra at a time. Do 2 more times. And on your last time, stay lifted in your bridge and do 10 pulses with your glutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold the 10. And you can roll back out of your shoulder bridge and come onto your right side. Line up at the back of your mat. There's a straight line, straight as you can get it, from your head to your feet. You can either prop yourself up like me, head in hands, or come onto that upper arm, whatever is most comfortable. Hand can either support your hip, or it can come right in front of your belly if you're looking for a little bit of extra support. Then shift your feet towards the front of your mat. Raise that top leg to hip height, flex your heel hard, and kick forward twice. Kick, kick, point and sweep like your leg is in water on a level plane. Drive forward, kick, kick, point, sweep with as much stability as your range of motion allows. Kick, kick, point, sweep. Leg is swept behind me. Do small pulses up to the sky with your leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leg returns to hip height. Inhale, drive your heel up toward the ceiling. Exhale, point your leg back down to hip height. So inhale, driving that heel up towards the sky to your point of control. Exhale, point your toe, pausing at hip height. And now, point up towards the ceiling. Flex, slow and controlled. Point up, flex down, point up, flex down, pause. Draw small circles with your heel at hip height. Reverse your circle. Pause, drive your toes and knees up toward the ceiling to find external rotation. Back to parallel. Toes and knees come up toward the sky, foot rotates back to parallel. 2 more times. Leave your foot like this, extended and outwardly rotated. Bring the bottom heel up to meet it. Beat your heels together. Pause. Bottom leg comes back to the mat. Hug your top heel, top knee into your chest. Set your foot down. Point those toes toward your bottom foot's toes. Once you've found some stability, lift your bottom leg. Draw small circles with your bottom leg. Reverse. Now, you can pat out your glute, push yourself up to a seated position. For mermaid, you can either sit in this 90-90 sort of cheerleader pose, or sweep your legs behind you. Tee your arms out to the side and reach over to the left hand and forearm come down, sweep overhead. Inhale as you reach those fingers away, and then exhale, try and anchor that opposite glute back down into the mat. So you're finding some opposition. And then push up into your T and take your counter stretch. That's my right hand comes to right shin, left arm comes up and overhead. Take 2 deep breaths here. Come out of your twist and roll yourself onto your right side, or whatever side you just did not do. I was on my left side, so now I'm on my right side. I'm aligned on up with the back of my mat. There's a line from my ankles to my neck. My head is in my hands. My top arm can either be at my belly or supporting my hip. Shimmy those legs to the front of your mat. So you're in this diagonal. Top leg elevates. Flex your heel. Kick towards the front of your mat. Point and sweep behind you like you're moving through water on a level plane. Kick, point, sweep, kick, point, and sweep. Last time, kick, with my legs swept behind me, small pulses up towards the ceiling. Top leg comes back to hip height. Inhale, heel drives up toward the ceiling, point back down to hip height. Inhale, my heel comes up to the sky. Exhale, toe brings me back down. One more in this direction. And now toe points up towards the sky. Flexed foot drives me back down. Toe to lift, heel to lower. Point to lift, flex to lower, pause at hip height, draw small circles with your heel. Reverse. Pause. Toes and knees point up toward the ceiling to find external rotation. Back to parallel. Toes and knees point up, finding external rotation of your hip joint. Come back to parallel. We'll go 3 more times. And on your last time, leave your leg at in its external rotation. Bring your bottom foot up to meet it. Beat your heels for 3, 2, 1. Everything comes back down. Hug your right leg, your left leg, excuse me, into your chest. Set the sole of your foot to the mat. Those left toes can point towards your right toes. And now elevate your bottom foot, flex your heel hard, draw small circles with your heel. Reverse. Legs can sweep behind you. Push yourself up to your seated position. Find whatever position that you had before. Tee your arms out to the side. Reach over to the right. Palm, forearm come down. Opposite arm sweeps overhead. Inhale, reach those fingers. Exhale, try and anchor that left glute. Inhale, reach your fingers. Exhale, anchor back down. Last breath. Inhale, come back to your T. Take your counter stretch. Left hand to left forearm, right arm overhead. Rotate out, come back to the mat. Take your right leg, cross it over your left knee. Reach in and around for a figure 4 stretch. The harder you flex your feet and the more you use your breath to bring you in, the deeper that you'll feel this stretch. So ankle on top of left knee hugging into your chest. Take 2 deep breaths like this. And switch. Left ankle on top of right knee hugs into your chest. My feet are flexed here. Want to really find this really deep stretch along my lower left side. You can unfurl yourself and bring your feet back down to the mat. Inhale, arms to the ceiling. Make sure that your shoulder blades are really down, pressing away from your ears here. Inhale, tuck your chin into your chest as your legs come up, and we find balance in teaser. Here, on every breath, make sure that you're really scooping, bringing your belly button back towards your spine, and we'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross your feet, can roll over those knees into your hands and knees, tabletop. Wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Inhale, dip your stomachs and your gaze towards the ceiling. Exhale, really use those abdominals to round your spine. So now I'm looking at my thighs. Inhale, drop your stomach, gaze comes towards the ceiling. Exhale, push up, spine rounded, so you're looking at your thighs. Last time like this. Then you can push back to a child's pose. Can open your knees to the width of your mat. Really press your hands forward. Walk your hands over to the left. Big deep breath here. And over to the right. Push yourself back to your hand and knee tabletop position. But this time, turn your elbow creases forward. And now inhale, snap your belly button toward your spine. And then exhale as you keep your belly button snapped toward your spine, just like that. Now on your next inhale, bring your right leg back, left leg back to meet it. You're in a plank. We hold for 3, 2, 1. Hike your hips toward the ceiling. Can bend your knees, pedal out your calves. And then connect your heels, walk your hands into your feet, and hang out here for a second. Bend those knees, you can hug yourself in. We hold just like this. I'm gonna adjust my camera so you all can see me. When you are ready, slowly, one vertebra at a time, bring yourself to a tall seated position, turning and facing towards the camera. Hug your ribs in. Feet should be in Pilates stance, so heels connected, toes apart. Roll your shoulders forward. 2, 3, and back. 1, 2, 3. And you, my friends, are all set. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate you all taking time out of your Saturdays to connect and do Pilates. Dan, if you have any